Oh gosh, I gotta Jada Pinkett Smith shocked us all with news about her marriage to Will Smith. So she sat down with Hoda Kotb to discuss her new memoir, Worthy. And she told Hoda she and Will have been separated since 2016. Take a look.
So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now,
yes,
y'all have been apart.
Yeah. I made a promise that there will never be a reason for us to get a divorce. We will work through whatever. And I just haven't been able to break that promise.
But you still live separately.
We live separately.
Oh, man, oh, man. I don't even know how to process this 7 years, but my gut says Will Smith. So essentially what you're saying, Will, is when I met you back in 2016, you were single? Will, do you know the amount of women that are thinking back to 2016 who treated you with that married man respect and you was out there in the streets? Are you kidding me? There is a cashier at Target who is wondering why she rang you up, why she didn't shoot her shot. It's so much to process. So, now I'm sitting here going, all the red tables he sat down at, y'all wasn't together. And Will, I'm not blaming you, but do you want to take an axe to the red table? I don't know. And Jada was talking about entanglements, and they were already separated. And then it turns out the entanglement was with Will. And I don't know if their red table's got a curse on it, their red table. But for me, they were couple goals. At one time there was the royal couple. It was Will and Jada and Will. And then, until they started sitting down at that red table and letting us into their marriage. That's why I thought, y'all, I don't want to know about y'all marriage. I like it this way for me. But I'm a little bit upset because you know how many church sermons I had to hear where they use Will and Jada as an example for divorce is not an option. But I guess they're still saying divorce is not an option because they're only separated. You know what? If I'd have known that you could just separate from your husband, I'd have saved so much money. I would have saved all that money to the IRS and to alimony because I could have just been separated. I'm trying to find a balance in this. When I look at them talk about the separation, still being together, I never thought I would see rich people staying together over a pension. I thought only my aunt and uncle did stuff like this. The people in my family do stuff like this, separate and still be together, and I never thought it would be Will and Jada. And then it confuses me because they showed up on so many red carpets together, and they didn't say a word. They was at the Oscars together. You know what? That whole family should get Oscars because everybody knew when they was, y'all need an Oscar. Because if that is not the Oscar-winning acting of the century, and I just got to ask this, Gammy, did you know? And I asked Gammy because Gammy and I used to skate together every week back in L.A. on R&B night. Gammy never said nothing. But the thing about the Oscars, they weren't even together at the time. So I'm feeling bad because I'm like, Will, you got up and you tarnished your career slapping a man and y'all wasn't together. Oh my gosh. And then I feel, this is the way I feel. They still married, but y'all, the way she said it, we have been separated. When she went, so I'm trying to process this. I feel like one of the kids in a broken marriage. I really do. I don't understand it. They've had 7 years to get through it, and all it is just hitting us. And I don't know, Jada, I don't know. Maybe if Jada had just put it out there a long time ago and said we're separated instead of we had an entanglement, she wouldn't have got the backlash that she got because she got so much backlash. And maybe had she said it then, all that backlash wouldn't have come because everybody wouldn't have been like, bet, we understand. Like, we're grown-ups. We understand separation and not being involved. And so she got a lot of unnecessary backlash, I think. And for everybody who's saying, well, why do they have to tell us this? Why do we need to know? This is Will and Jada. They are huge superstars, so they have to say something, you know, because at some point, if they appear in the street with another person, you're gonna be wondering what's going on. So they had to say something. And Jada, she also did a cover story for People magazine, and she talked about Will slapping Chris at the Oscars. And Jada said in People, she said she thought that it was a skit. And I'm going, if you thought that was a skit, if she thought, she wasn't laughing. I didn't see her laughing at the skit. Because here you got Will, he's one of the biggest movie stars in the world. And you got Chris Rock, who's one of the top 5 comedians of all time. You think they would have come up with that kind of skit? No. And then not at all. Chris Rock, he still got the rash on the side of his face. And what kind of skit would that be that you would surprise Jada with that? This was the Academy Awards that everybody was watching. This is not her 50th birthday party that you're doing this. So, it's so, like, confusing and it's sad to me, but maybe it's not for them. But this entire Will and Jada saga is a cautionary tale for all of us because we need to stop looking at these celebrities as the barometer for marriage. It's not, and I know, because I love them both. I know that they put their love out there and they look so happy and they were such a positive example of a loving, blended family. But I don't believe, at this point now, y'all know how I feel about marriage. I don't believe nobody's happiness on social media. When they be posting all, they be happy and kissy, I'll be like, mm-hmm. So here's what I'm saying. So if I'm dating somebody and we break up, nobody gonna know, okay? Because I don't want y'all finding out before I find out that this man done been in jail, that he on parole, that he done filed bankruptcy, and y'all freaking telling me in my comments. I don't want y'all telling me, he got 10 kids by 5 baby mamas. I don't want nobody to know, so I don't post anything. I keep it to myself until I know that it's real. But to sum it all up, what this is 2 people who were in love, and it seemed like they grew apart. They love each other, but they're not in love with each other right now. So I know, and that just happens with people. They're human. These celebrities are human beings. One thing I do know is I'm going to go out there and buy Jada's book. I am buying the book, and I am going to buy the new issue of People magazine, which is available on newsstands nationwide on Friday. And you can see more at people.com. And Jada and Will, we wish you all the best. We really do. So much to unpack.